Welcome back. Well, the CSU volleyball team capped off another tremendous season by capturing their 5th straight conference title. That led into this weekend when they met with family and friends at Fuzzy's for the release of the NCAA tournament bracket to figure out just where their run would begin. It took nearly 20 minutes for CSU's name to be called, but when it finally was, they found out they were headed to Southern California for a matchup against Cal State Northridge. Not an easy draw either, as they were paired in the same region as Southern Cal, a team that had spent the majority of the season ranked in the top 10. When Monday rolled around, more news came in for the Rams. First, CSU found out that they had dropped out of the top 10 in the AVCA coaches poll after their loss to San Diego State. In the final regular season poll, the Rams came in at number 12 in the nation. Still, remarkable for a team that had low expectations coming in. The big news, however, came later in the day with the release of the Mountain West Conference Awards. Senior Sam Peters was named Player of the Year after leading the conference in hitting percentage and finished 2nd in blocks per set. Joining her on the all-conference list were Deidre Foss for her 2nd time and Kelsey Snyder and Dree Colbert for their 1st. And another year, another Conference Coach of the Year award for Tom Hilbert as he adds his 9th trophy to his collection. I caught up with the Hall of Famer to talk about this year's team and the incredible run they had during the regular season, as well as to preview the NCAA tournament. Welcome back, Rams fans. We're now joined by Mountain West Conference Coach of the Year, 9 times in a row, head coach Tom Hilbert. Coach, let me start with saying congratulations on another extremely successful season. You guys go 28-1, now headed into the tournament. Not bad for a team that was supposed to be rebuilding this year, huh?
It really isn't bad at all, and every day I sort of pinch myself to think, is this really happening to this group? Because, you know, I thought we'd be good eventually, but coming out of the chutes the way we did and being as consistent as we've been the whole year, it's just been amazing.
At what point in the season did you start to think, this isn't just us on a run, maybe this is going to be something special and one for the ages?
Really in about week 3, when we beat Pepperdine at Pepperdine, I thought, you know, this team has a special quality. They're competitive and they're consistent and they can go out and they can play regardless of conditions, and that's really what you want in a team.
You get that, you know, from leadership, and it starts, you know, a big year from Sam Peters, obviously getting recognized as the Player of the Year. What about her stood out this year?
Well, I think, you know, we have several examples, Sam being one of them, of unselfishness. You know, Sam sat on the bench behind 2 All-Americans for the first 3 years of her career here, and finally gets a chance to play and is very humble about it and is very giving about it. And you know, I think unselfishness is a word I'd use for a lot of our players, Sam included, because that's what makes them as good a leaders as they are.
Yeah, what a great testament of putting in the time and of kind of earning your way and then, you know, just developing in the players you had.
It's the same thing with Michelle Smith, another senior. She didn't have significant playing time till this year, and yet she's always been the hardest worker, the most giving person on our team. So, you know, those kind of stories make everybody else play the right way.
So Selection Sunday comes and goes. I know you guys still had hopes that you'd end up hosting. You know, it didn't come to be, but let's talk about the matchup that you guys do get. What stands out about Cal State Northridge?
Well, they're kind of like us. They got a lot of great balance in their offense. They block the ball very well, and they do little things very well. I think they're well coached. So they're playing above their head. They've had some wins over big teams that people didn't expect them to get. So, you know, I think they're a good opponent for us. I think they'll challenge us a lot, and we're going to have to play very well to win that match. And that's what you want going into the next match in whoever it is in the NCAA. You want to be sharp and alert, and a match with Cal State Northridge will do that for us.
Sort of tough draw. You look at the other 2 teams that you would have a chance to play if you guys get past Northridge. Let's talk about those 2, you know, starting with SC. What kind of stands out about them?
Well, SC is just a very talented team with great athletes in every single position. And they do the little things well. They're not complicated. You know what I mean? They're very typical of what you'd find in the Pac-12. They're not complicated. They're not ultra fast, but they execute and they don't make a lot of mistakes, and they're very athletic. And so, you know, player for player, they're going to be bigger and higher than us. We've got to find a way to disrupt that if we are fortunate enough to play them.
All right, Coach. Well, best of luck in the tournament, and we look forward to seeing how you guys do. Well, certainly a tough draw for the Rams, but with the way they've been playing, they can certainly beat anybody in the nation right now. Don't go anywhere, because on the other side of this break, we're going to check in with the basketball team and see how they did when they continued on with their homestand when they took on New Mexico State.